an important aspect of trying to help students develop new skills and knowledge is to ensure that you are using questioning techniques that help elicit information and get students thinking in the way that you want them to be thinking. Critically, knowledge questions, remembering things from the past, recall, for example. There's a number of different questioning techniques or questioning types that are really important that you should always think about. Well, am I getting the best out of students when I'm questioning them? When I'm asking, for example, I read a short story and then I ask a bunch of questions. Closed are probably the most commonly ones asked, but you know, anyone can answer a closed question. Generally, the answer would be yes, no, truth, false. For example, quite often closed questions are used, and you choose students to answer closed questions if they were maybe not as strong in that particular topic, and your open questions, which are more tell me about why blah blah blah, generally are for students that are a bit stronger or have a slightly better understanding, maybe a better analytical understanding of the short story you were just discussing. That way all students in your small group or class or whatever get to contribute and feel equally successful, even though the difficulties of the question are varied. Probing is another interesting one. Hypothetical, what would you do if, let's say you were studying or working with Little Red Riding Hood. Hypothetical, what would you do if you were Little Red Riding Hood? What do you think would happen if that happened today? How long do you think they might go to jail for? Blah, blah, blah. Direct and rhetorical. The other, probably the more important ones that you need to really be careful of and make sure you're not doing too often, unless it's for a particular purpose, is your leading and your multiples. I'm not sure if that actually has a proper name. Multiples just means asking 15 questions or 10 questions in a row. What did you think of Little Red Riding Hood, and do you think she should have actually done that, and what do you reckon if blah blah blah, and blah 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 blah, and it would leave the students kind of stunned. Short, sharp questions is the best way to go. One short, sharp question of 5 to 6 words is generally what most of your questions should be. And of course, leading questions. Why do you think Little Red Riding Hood should have blah 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 blah? It's obviously telling the student that you believe she should have done this, and why do you think she should have? It's very leading, and it leads them to give you an obvious answer, which can be good in some circumstances. Your open questions, your closed questions, definitely the most important. Use a wide variety of them. Use them constantly. And make sure that you're really thinking about the level of the student's critical ability or analytical skills. If they have a deep understanding of a particular topic, make sure you're using more open or hypothetical type questions. If they're really struggling, start off with the closed type questions and work your way up.